Hey everyone, my name's Robbie, and this is the Race Report. Hey guys, welcome to the Race Report for June. So, wow, this was an awesome month for racing. I'm just telling you what, great racing. Gasland cars, I don't have to say it. You guys know those were awesome. This month was just awesome. And you know what, I gotta say, I've said this before, but I feel so lucky to be able to race you guys' cars, to be able to see these things up close and see the time that's gone into them. And you know what, that is definitely not lost on me. I love racing you guys' cars. So I just want to throw out a big thanks to everybody that's sending in cars and racing with us. It has been a lot of fun. And I love it, and I really appreciate all the work that you guys put in to these cars. Awesome. So we had, again, some really great racing this month. And maybe before we get into that, there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about before we get to the racing and how that all turned out. So first thing, that's kind of weird this month. I don't know, but the track. The track was running really fast this month, which is cool, I guess. But I don't know, something weird going on. I looked back at some of the cars that were racing last month and this month, and just kind of did some comparisons, and I'm guessing about 2-ish miles per hour. I don't know, some of you guys out there that, you know, maybe send in some of the same cars, you might check back through, but yeah, I don't know. And like I say, that is super weird because I didn't do anything with the track from this month to last month. I mean, there's some months where I pull down the track and have to set up, you know, like the fat track race, Thunder Road. When I have to put that track up, I have to take the big track down. And so, you know, when I put it back up, maybe things could be a little slightly different, but nothing, man. We ran the heavyweights on the big track last month, and the track stayed up all month until this month. And so, anyways, I don't know, maybe some weird atmospheric, you know, conditions, or I don't know, but anyways, I think the track was running a little bit fast, so you know, and that kind of stinks because when you're trying to compare times from previous months and what you're sending in, definitely we want some consistency there. So I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know, maybe just across the board everybody just sending faster cars, but like I say, I tried to compare some of the cars that were sent in last month and this month, and seemed to be a little fast, but I don't know. Anyways, what else? Gasland. So that was, I gotta tell you, it was really fun for me. I hope it was as good an experience for you guys. I gotta say, I was super disappointed in the video. It just didn't come out as well as I could. And I really wanted to feature those cars, but I had a couple of issues. Number one, all the cars, you know, that post-apocalypse feel, they were all kind of dark, dirty-ish looking, and then with the black surface of the track, that already was, we were off to a bad start. And then my lighting, I'm still trying to figure out a little bit, and you know what, I think I've got things figured out now. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get a couple more lights. I know what I need to do. Just kind of been waiting to pull the trigger on that, but I'm gonna get a couple more lights, and I think the lighting is gonna be worked out here in the next month or two. But for this Gaslands race, that was doubly bad because it was just hard to see those cars. So I don't know if you noticed, but kind of in post-production, as I was working with the video, I tried to lighten up each clip. It took me a lot longer because I had to go through each particular clip and then do some adjustments with the brightness and contrast and whatnot. And hopefully I got them so that you could see the cars pretty good. That being said, I kind of need a little more practice with this track as well. Just trying to keep the cars. The problem is when the cars are coming down, they're kind of spread out a little bit, and so I kind of have to back off a little bit because I'd like to be able to see the lead cars and then maybe whatever action's going on behind those as well. And so that pulls me back a little bit further, and then it's just, you know, the cars aren't as close up and you can't see the action quite as good. And I don't know, I need some practice with this track to be able to I feel like really get a good video for you. So anyways, that's hopefully the video turned out okay, and you were able to see some of the action, have some fun with it. But it wasn't what I wanted exactly, but hey, you know what, there's always room for improvement, and I'm gonna keep trying. So anyways, that kind of brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about, and that is the videos. That's one thing. I know you guys spend so much time on these cars, and you're working hard, and you want to see them race, and so that's one thing that I always kind of try to do is give you a good video so that you can see your cars. And the videos aren't like super exciting. I don't, there's not a lot of things, sound effects, and I don't, I'm not announcing what's going on and all those kind of things. It's not, but they're not made for that. They're made for you guys watching your cars. They're not made to be entertaining on YouTube and have thousands of people watching. I mean, that'd be cool, but really they're for the racers. And so, like I said, I know they're not like super exciting, but hopefully you're getting a good view of your cars and you get to see them race. And the format we've chosen, you're going to see them race at least 4 times. It's not like a single elimination where you get to see them race once and you're done. So I want you to be able to see your cars race a little bit, and I want you to really be able to see them. So, and I do kind of slow it down a little bit so that you can kind of see the action and cheer for them a little bit as they're going down the track. So anyways, I guess what I'm asking you is if you've got any suggestions or if there's any feedback there as far as the videos go. Again, I really want you to be able to see your cars race. And so hopefully we're doing a good job there. But if you have some suggestions or ideas, for sure, let me know. And I'll try to make some improvements on the videos. Like I say, time-wise, I'm spending tons of time kind of in post-production and getting them all edited together. And again, I kind of like to do that editing so that you're not wasting a lot of time waiting around, me talking during the videos and whatever. I want you to be able to see your cars, watch them race, and see them up close, and watch a good race. So, but if you have some suggestions, let me know. Let me know in the comments or shoot me a message, and we'll try to make some improvements there. But definitely, the Gasland's sticking around, man. That was so awesome, and we'll talk some more about those cars a little later. But that's sticking around, so definitely that video is going to improve. And then if you have other ideas for videos, let me know on those so we can improve those for you. But whew! Good racing this month, and hopefully you were able to see it and enjoy it. All right, this stock class, man, this has been fun this year. Seems like last year we kind of had the same few cars, just winning every month. Of course, we've changed the rules a little bit this year, and we keep the monthly winner right here at D64, and that monthly winners, all the monthly winners are going to be racing in a Car of the Year race at the end of the year. But what that's done for us is kind of mixed up, and we kind of keep having new champions, obviously, because the old champions are back. So, yeah, it's just been fun to kind of see some variety. We've kind of been seeing a lot of the same cars show up in that top in those finals positions. It's kind of those top 4, but obviously those are kind of rotating a little bit as those winners get moved out. But man, stock's been super fun this year. It's brought some this rule change has brought some new life, I think, into the stock class, and it's just been a lot of fun. So anyways, what did we have this month? We had a couple of cars from Rivera Racing. Been coming on strong lately. So had a couple of cars from Rivera Racing in the finals, and then we had this car from Pink Flamingo Racing, and then this guy from G-Force Racing in the finals this month. And man, I don't know. Like I said, I just got this renewed energy for the stock class. Anyways, we need to see some racing, right? So let's send it out to the track, and let's get the call and see who came out on top.
It's a beautiful day here at Diecast 64 Raceway as we take you to the top of the track for the stock finals. I think we're going to be in for a real treat. And here they go. They're neck and neck as they come down the hill. Now it appears Rivera Racing on the inside has taken a slight lead, and here comes Pink Flamingo on the outside. Wow, that was close. Let's wait for the official results. And whoa, Nelly! Rivera Racing pulled it out in a close one. And that's how it went all day here at the track, as Rivera Racing's Gold Hot Ones Murata proved to be just too much for anyone to defeat.
Ha! Wow! That was some great racing. So it kind of looks like the Gold Hot Ones cars are back on top. We've had a couple months where they've been, you know, traditionally they've always been strong here at D64, and as we've kind of again had this rule change and keeping the winners here, we've kind of seen some of those top Gold Hot Ones move along. But hey, we just keep finding them, right? Just keep finding them. So anyways, it's going to be interesting to see what shows up next month and who can challenge for the top spot. Hey, so hot off the shelf, man. These cars, like I say, this month is a little bit tricky to try to decide just how fast these cars were running. Because like I say, I think the track was running a little fast, but holy smoke, some of the speeds that these guys put up this month, crazy fast, right? Crazy fast. But it seems like this class has still kind of been dominated by the big three. We got the Lancers, the Jaguars, and the Zoom-Ins, and that's who made the finals this month. We still only had those same two cars that I showed you last month breaking into the top 10. We got that Mustang, that crazy, I call it the crazy clown Mustang because it's got some crazy colors going on. And then the GT40, we've got one of those that has busted into the top 10. But other than that, that's kind of what we're seeing is the big three and a couple of others. So I don't know, this is the challenge. I'm throwing the challenge out there. Let's see what else we can get. I want to see something else break into the top 10. I want to see a new casting in the top 10. I don't know, maybe if that's you, if you're able to get a new casting in the top 10, we might have a little something for you next month. Yeah, that might be kind of fun. Throw out a little extra incentive, a little extra challenge out there. Let's do it. We're gonna say that. If you can get a casting other than the three that we've got here, the Lancer, the Jaguar, the Zoom-In, or the blue GT40 that we've seen. Check out last month's video. I showed you that one, or the Mustang, and you get something different in besides one of those 5 castings. We'll have something special for you. We'll give it to you here on the race report, and yeah, be exciting. So anyways, enough talk. We got to get to some racing, right? So we had a couple of cars from 9.81 Racing. Got 2 into the finals this month. And then we've got C-Dog and JAC getting their cars in. They've been pretty consistent in this hot off the shelf racing. So yeah, it's been great. C-Dog with the Jaguar, JAC with the Lancer. So I don't know who came out on top. We better get up to the hill and find out.
Thanks, Robbie. We head back to the top of the hill for the start of the hot off the shelf race. We've got some familiar castings back in the finals this month. And they're off, and it looks like a great start for everyone as they head down the hill. Now into the flat, it looks like 9.81 Racing on the inside has the advantage, and here comes 9.81 Racing Zoom-In on the outside. Wow, that was a close race. Did the Zoom-In get it? Sure enough, 9.81 Zoom-In in lane 4 with the win. While several different cars had wins today in the finals, it indeed was 9.81 Zoom-In that put up the fastest average time and came out on top.
What? These cars are running so fast. So fast. Oh, man. I love it. I love it that we are seeing these kinds of speed, this kind of speed from cars that are just on the shelf. Just out there on the shelf. What? These aren't old 90s cars. They're out there right now. Get out there and buy some cars. Get some stuff sent in for hot off the shelf. Be looking around. Definitely, you see any of these castings, pick them up, right? Because they're fast. But really want to see something else break into the top 10, right? Top 10 finish, different casting than the 5 that I talked about. Something special. Something special for you. Yeah. Alright, it's time for the It's a Draw segment here on the race report. So today, gonna give away this cool 5-packs. Kind of got some exotics in here, a couple Lamborghinis, Lotus, what else? Aston Martin in here. So this one, I don't know, pretty cool. Got some definitely cool cars in there. Gonna throw in this GT40 again. One of the 5 castings that we've seen in the top 10 lately. So hopefully in hot off the shelf. So hopefully maybe that one's fast. And then throwing in this Morris Mini. This car is kind of cool. Decided to throw this in the mix because later on in the year we're gonna have a little shorty race. So he might be good for that. And also you notice that this is a Zamac car. So that's going to be our feature race next month, is these Zamac cars. So anyways, could come in handy for somebody to build for one of those feature races coming up in the next little bit. And then just cool cars, man, right? Cool cars, cool cars. So let's see, we've got some names in here, and let's see what we got. Yeah, that one feels lucky. Let's go with this guy. What do we got here? Blair Auto. Blair Auto Racing. You got some cars coming your way. Yeah, alright. Hey, thanks for sending in cars, and we're going to reward you with a few more cars. So look forward to those in your package of return cars. Alright, open modified. As usual, these cars, so fast, right? The top 4 are flying. These cars are just flying down the track. So fun to watch. And well, who do you think came out on top? I don't know. We got a couple from 9.81 Racing. Looks like black. I don't know. So dark cars seem to be in. We got Boxer Racing, and then G-Force Racing filled out the top 4, and these guys all made it to the finals. A few teams that have seen some finals action, and we've got a couple of cars that have seen some finals action as well. Again, in this class, we're keeping the winners here at D64 every month, so definitely new winners each month. But I don't know. We better get out to the top of the hill and see who came out on top of this race.
Boxer Racing is back to defend his title in Open Modified, but 9.81 has 2 cars in the finals this month and is looking to knock him out of the top spot. And don't count out G-Force Racing, and there they go! It's a close race as they come down the hill, but into the flat it looks like it's going to be between Boxer in lane 2 and 9.81 in lane 4. As they streak to the finish, Boxer may have pulled out ahead. It was just too close to call. We'll wait for the official results, and yes, it was Boxer Racing in lane 2. What a race! Boxer Racing would go on to win the Open Modified class and continue his dominance in the modified races.
Woo! Fast times. Like I said, I think the track was maybe running a little fast, but holy smokes! These things were cooking, and really some good racing there in the finals. But no doubt, man, Boxer has just been dominating this class for a while, and no exception this month. Wow, super fast cars. We know Boxer knows his stuff. So, all right, guys, it's time to step up. See if we can give him a challenge. I don't know. Good racing though this month. Thanks everyone for sending in some good cars. Woo, this modified street class, wow. It really has turned into the most popular class. Everybody's loving to race in it. I'm loving to race these cars. Cars, right? They look like cars. People are loving it. It seems to be always our biggest class. What do we have? Well, we have some regular cars, right? In fact, a couple of Fairmonts this month. Fairmonts have kind of been making a little bit of a charge here. Boxer Racing sent in the Cadillac and one of the Fairmonts. And then we had Rivera Racing with the other Fairmont. You'll notice this one still has those gold Hot Ones wheels. Yeah, we're liking those. And then Boxer actually has put some new wheels on this one and just gone with the Fairmont body, but kind of So it's kind of gold hot ones versus really custom stuff, right? And then we've got pink flamingo with the truck here. Pink, right? We love that. So, I don't know. What do you think? Any ideas? Of course, you guys already saw the races, you know. But, hey, we got to talk about it. So let's head out to the top of the hill and see who came out on top here.
Looking to continue his winning, Voxer Racing has 2 cars in the finals for Modified Street. Can Rivera Racing or Pink Flamingo play the spoiler today, or will Voxer come out with another win? There they go, and Pink Flamingo and Voxer Racing get out quick on the outside lanes. Here comes Voxer's second car on the inside, headed into the finish. It looks like it's going to be a 1-2 for Voxer Racing. Let's look for the official results. Yep, sure enough, Voxer comes out on top, first and second with his caddy. Woo! And that's how it went here all day as Voxer Racing cruised to a victory. What a great showing here today from Voxer Racing.
Wow, so again, just good racing this month. It's been so much fun. Of course, Voxer came out on top, so we'll have to see if he can send in something just as fast next month and kind of hold his own here. See if he can defend the title. Nobody else? I don't know. Let's see what you can send in. This class is fun, so definitely if you're not racing in this class, do it because it's been a lot of fun and really popular and just fun stuff. I have been waiting the whole video to show you guys this car. It is time for a closer look. So this car was sent in by Maker's Box Racing, and it is cool. I don't know if you noticed in the videos or not, but this guy has lights, real lights, right? So it's been obviously modified, and there's a little switch down here on the bottom. It's installed some LEDs up on top, and look at that, it's flashing, baby. Oh, it's so cool. So, and it's actually motion censored. So I'm going to set it down here for just a second, and the lights go off, but as soon as it starts moving, boom, lights back on, right? So super cool. Anyways, I'm gonna bring you in close here, and let's take a closer look at this thing. So yeah, it turns out that there's a little port where you can charge it up, and so as the battery runs down, then you can charge them up, and again, there's a little switch on the bottom, so you can turn it on or off. And then when you turn it on, they flash for just a second, and then as long as it's not moving, they don't flash. And then as soon as it senses some motion, then it starts flashing again. And obviously installed in the police car, so that totally works, and just super cool. So hey, Maker's Box, thanks for sending this in, letting us enjoy this, and man, what a cool car. That is awesome. Oh, love it. I love it. Oh, cool. Gaslands. Oh, this race was so much fun. I mean, really, the best part of it was the cars, and I got to see them up close. I tried to do the video, the team video, so that hopefully you could see them up close as well. Hopefully you got to see that. I did a super shortened version, you know, the first of the race, just like I usually show off the teams the first of the race. But did that longer team video where you got to see them spin around a little bit longer, and hopefully you were able to see the detail. You know, if you weren't impressed, get back, watch that team video, put it on a big screen so that you can really see those cars. So cool. Anyways, the racing was fun. It was fun live when I did it. I already kind of talked about the video. I felt like the video didn't quite turn out as well But it was fun. This is the second time that we've had a race on this track. And I did make an adjustment. When we did our Demolition Derby on this track last month, I ran 4 cars at a time. Took it down to 3. And gave them a little more room. I thought that was a little bit better. We had more successful runs, I think. There's a couple things. I'm going to make a couple of tweaks to the track, and I think that'll... anyways, I've got some ideas, and obviously we love to see some crashing because Gaslands, it's all about mayhem and craziness, right? But anyways, you also want to be able to see the cars run, so we did pretty good in that department, and like I said, I got a few ideas. I'm going to make a few tweaks to the track, and when we see it again, I think the cars will run just a little bit better. The way I organized the race, kind of with the points and things, again, I didn't want it to just be like a single elimination type race. I wanted the cars to be able to run several times. Of course, that caused a few problems. We did have some wrecks, and I had pieces flying here and there. I tried to collect everything as much as I could. I had some little baggies, you know, with the card's number on it, and as soon as I'd find pieces, I'd put in the bag. So as you get your cards back, hopefully, if all your parts aren't on them, hopefully they're in the bag, and you'll get them all back. But there were a few pieces that I don't know. I didn't know what they went to or where they went or what. So it was fun. There were a few times where I was able to just quick dab of super glue and get some parts back on. So we did that with a few cars, and then there were a few where I wasn't sure where the piece went exactly. So I just, again, threw it in the bag. But lots of fun with the track and with the cars, obviously. It was just awesome. I hope you guys have fun with this. Like I said, definitely going to make some improvements. Gaslands is sticking around. For sure, we're racing that next year. And like I say, I'll make some improvements in the track and the video. And, it should just be... This is going to be one of the best events, I think, next year. We're going to make it so because you guys spent the time on the cars. And I'm going to spend the time making sure that this race is awesome. But anyways, the format of the race, I don't know. Tell me what you think about the format, and if you feel like maybe a different format than the points worked. But anyways, this is how it ended up. We ended up with 5 cars in the finals. They had to score 4 points or less to get in the finals, and that meant at least, you know, if you're looking at they could score 1, 2, or 3 points, then you had to have a couple of first. You had to have at least 1 first place finish. And, well, probably 2, right? You get a second and a first, that's 5 points, right? So that kind of meant like 2 first place finishes, and then that gives you 2 points, and then you could either get, you could get a second place finish or another first place finish. So these cars were all kind of winning stuff. And so they made it to the finals. We had this guy from Pink Flamingo Racing, had this one from JC, we had, let's see, I think this was Space City Speed. This car is super cool. Anyways, you got to see all the cars. And then Taiwan On made it to the finals, and MDG made it to the finals. So in the finals, again, we ran the cars 3 times. And if there was a tie in points at the end, sudden death, right? Appropriate death rate, right? Sudden death. Anyways, it was great. Hey, let's head out to the track and let's see some mayhem.
We're back for the Gaslands post-apocalyptic mayhem race, and I'm telling you what, we have seen some crazy racing today, so I'm expecting nothing less in the finals between Taiwan On, Space City Speed, and JC Racing. The gate is open, and here they come. Space City Speed veers to the right and tries to take out JAC. Oh, and JAC is having none of it. Quickly discards Space City Speed. Meanwhile, Taiwan On takes advantage and finishes easily. JAC coming across the line in second after discarding Space City Speed. Where did Space City Speed end up? Oh, and there he is on his roof. Wow! While Taiwan won this battle, JAC and Taiwan continued to battle throughout the finals, leading to a sudden death match to see who would get the title. JAC will be on the right, Taiwan on the left. The gates open and here they come. JAC begins to veer to the right to mix it up with Taiwan. They battle on the rail and oh man! There goes Taiwan. JAC has annihilated Taiwan and is cruising to victory. Wow, what a finish! JAC decided to take matters into his own hands and initiated the contact, and it paid off in a Taiwan crash and a JAC victory. Wow, that was some exciting racing.
Oh, so much fun. That was cool. That was cool. Great cars, great event. You guys made it that way with your cars. Awesome. Thanks for sending these cars. Thanks for the work that you put into them. This was so much fun. So much fun to run. Well, with all the racing done, I guess it's time to take a look at the standings and see who's on top in the monthly standings. For some of you new guys that racing with us, we do keep track of points each month. As you send in cars, and then at the end of the racing season, we give away some trophies for those racers that have scored the most points throughout the year. So let's take a look, see who's on top, who's vying for those top spots, and how close things are. Hey, in addition to those trophies that we give away at the end of the year, we do give away a small trophy every month to the Racer of the Month. We give away the Racer of the Month award, and that's the racer that scores the most points across all the categories. We add up all the points that they score in all the classes. Both their cars count for this, because we feel like we just want to reward that racer that has just put in all the time. And it is consistent, so like I say, both cars kind of count in this, and then we add up all those points, and the racer that scored the most points for that month gets our Racer of the Month award. So let's take a look at those points and how they shook out this month. Hey, so coming up, what do we got coming up? We have the Zamac half mile. All right, we're gonna have a long track this month. Scale half mile, a little over 40 feet. It's gonna be fun. A little bit longer. I am gonna let you put a little more weight in these cars. See if we can get them all the way to the end of the track. And then Zamac, what's that? So Hot Wheels started putting out some cars that basically they just didn't paint, right? It's just the metal. So Zamac is actually, it stands for some of the metals that are found in the cars: zinc, aluminum, magnesium, copper, I don't know. Anyways, they kind of put that together, and that's what they call these cars. Basically, again, they're unpainted cars that Hot Wheels puts out. Sometimes they'll have like some designs on them still, and that's okay. So here's the deal. Basically, the cars need to stay looking like the cars, right? So all the weight needs to be inside the cars. I mean, there's a lot of different models and castings, and so the castings are going to look different. But I'd like the castings to stay looking like they do. See if you can get all the weight inside somewhere. Or at least kind of keep the original silhouette of the car. And then there is one place where I'm going to let you do a little customizing, and that is on the roof. You don't have to. Again, you can kind of just leave the car as is if you want. But if you wanna customize the roof a little bit, that might be kind of cool. You can paint it whatever color you want. If you want to put a number up there or a logo or whatever, the roof is yours. Otherwise, don't touch the car. That would be kind of fun. And really, as I talk about the track, so the track, we're going to be racing on this drag tracks. It was a drag track system that came out, I don't know, a while ago. It's a little harder to get your hands on these days, but I have a bunch of this track. As the drag tracks were, I don't know if they've gone out of business exactly, but they're definitely harder to get. Places where you used to be able to buy it, you can't buy it anymore. But there were a couple of places that were unloading a bunch of this track, so I ended up getting a bunch of it for pretty cheap. It's hard plastic. Comes in these sections that are about, I don't know, like 16, 18 inches long. Anyways, I got a bunch of it, 2 lanes, and it is just a hair wider than a Hot Wheels Orange track, but it has pretty high sides, so usually the cars stay on it pretty well. They run pretty good, but notice that our Zamac cars are going to show up really well on the black background. So hopefully we still have some good videoing. It's a much longer track, and so that's going to be a little harder for me to get. I think to stay with the cars and track them on the whole track, but hopefully with the coloring, the shiny silver, they're going to show up really well on the black track. And so again, we're going to leave those cars silver like that. Mess around with the roof if you want, but everything else kind of leave the same. Yeah, they got some tampos and things on them already, but mostly these cars are silver, and they should show up really good on our black track. So it should be fun. Like I mentioned, 80 grams. You can get to www.racehotwheels.com and check out the July races, and you're going to be able to find out all the information, all the details, and what you can do with the cars for sure. But there's kind of the Cliff Notes version, if you will. So that's going to be exciting. I haven't ever raced on a track that long, or hosted a race at least on a track that long. So that's going to be fun. I am still kind of in the works of building it, but this stuff, like I say, because of its just the way it's made, it helps in the keeping it straight department, and so I don't have to do a lot of extra building like with the wood support and everything. It's pretty easy to keep this stuff going straight, so it's gonna be exciting, gonna be fun. Big long track, should have some super cool cars. I hope to see you racing next month. This month was tons of fun, and just looking forward to next month and racing all you guys' cars. So send some cars in. Again, www.racehotwheels.com. You can check that out for all the rules. Just look for the monthly races. July's next, so you can head to the July page and look at what we're racing. We're racing all 5 classes. So we've got our feature race is again the Zamac half mile, but we got stock, we got the hot off the shelf class, we got modified street, and the open modified class. And so lots of classes to enter in, and it's just fun, man. Send some cars in. Let's have some fun, right? All right. Okay. Till next month. That's me signing off on the race report. See you in July.